Hello everyone, Courtney here from How to Loom Your Dragon. Welcome to my tutorial for Starflight from the Wings of Fire series. Check the description, make sure you read the description before beginning this project, okay? And also the description will give you the band count as well. Okay, so you only need one loom. We're going to start with his head, okay? So I'm going to be... I looked up pictures of him, and they all looked a little bit different. The cover of the book doesn't really give a good color scheme for him, so I kind of looked up other pictures that, more like fan art pictures for him. So check the last video at the end and make sure you like the way he looks before you make him, obviously. Okay, and let's begin. So I'm going to start with black, and I'm taking 2 at a time. We're going to do the head first. Okay. Alright, so black 2 at a time. Okay. So, for his eyes, I'm going to be doing purple. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what color his eyes really are, so if you know the right color, you can do the right color, but I'm doing purple. Okay, so you're going to take your hook. I only recommend that you use rainbow loom hooks in these projects. And we're going to start with the eyebrow, so I'm going to be doing jelly purple eyebrow. So wrapping the jelly purple around, creating 4 loops and another. And let's do one more, and if it ends up being too thick of an eyebrow later, we can always take a band off. Alright, now you're going to double loop up jelly purple. And you're going to pull all those bands onto that double looped band. Push it down on your hook, put your finger through it, or you could put a pencil or something through the other side if you want to. Alright, I'm going to start with a white band. I'm going to take a white and I'm going to wrap it around my hook, creating 4 loops. Then I'm going to take the eye color, which is purple for me. 4. Okay, and then I'm going to take black for the pupil. 2, 3, 4, like that. I'm taking 2 of the purple loops and bringing them onto the other side of the black. And 2 of the white loops, bringing them onto the other side of the purple. Okay. Then you're going to reclaim that double looped eyebrow loop back on your hook. Okay, so it looks like this now. Okay. And now I'm going to take 2 jelly purples and I'm going to pull that whole thing onto it in order. So we're pulling the whole eye and the eyebrow onto the 2 jelly purples. Make sure you pull everything over in order because you don't want it to get all twisted up like that. Okay? And we're going to place the loops of the 2 jelly purple here and here. Okay? We're going to do that again. So we're going to make another eye the same exact way we just did, starting with the eyebrow. Okay, so now we have our second eye on, and we're going to put the loops on the opposite side. Alright, and now I'm going to take 2 purples going diagonally, like that, and then 2 at a time going down. 2, 2, 2, and 2, like that. And now I'm going to take 1 purple and I'm going to wrap it, creating 4 loops right there. Alright, so now I'm going to take a double looped jelly purple. These are all jelly purple except the pupils and the irises and the eyes I did a opaque purple, just so you know. This was a double looped. Okay. Now I'm going to take black, so 2 black here and 2 black here, just like that. Alright, now I'm going to loop up this to here. Grab the top 2 jellies, which are these 2, loop them, and these 2. Alright, now I'm going to go up the sides. Oops. Okay, and now I'm going to go up here and here, and now I'm going to make a little white spike, okay? I'm making all his spikes white, so I'm going to take a band and I'm going to wrap it, creating 5 loops on my hook. Then I'm going to double loop 1, pull that onto there, reclaim the loop, and as I loop up these 2, I'm going to pull that onto there, just like that. And I'm going to do another one. Okay, same thing. And you know what? We actually have to attach 2 horns here, so we're going to make his large horns too. So those I am also doing white. So I'm going to take a band and wrap it 5 times, creating 5 loops on my hook. I'm going to double loop a white and pull that on, and double loop another. And another. Okay, now I'm going to take 3 white, and 3 white again, and 3 white again, and then I'm going to take 3 black. Okay, so it looks like this. Alright, looks like this. And now what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to lift up the top 2 bands here that I looped and just pull that little horn on there and then put the loops back on. Okay, and let's do that on the other side. So we want to make another horn. Exact same way we just made the other one. Okay, and same thing as before, we're lifting up the top 2 loops, pulling on the horn and replacing. Okay, so it looks like this. So now you're going to take 3 bands of any color, it doesn't matter, because we'll take them off eventually, and tie off your 3 ends. by tying slip knots. I always recommend using a color that's not in your character, that way they're easy to see later when we take them off. And we're going to carefully take this off, and it's going to look strange, okay, until we do the rest of the head. Alright, so it looks strange. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it so the eyebrow is up. Okay, just like that. Okay. So it looks like this. Alright, now let's do the next layer of the head, okay? So I'm taking 2 black, 2 black again, 3, 4. I'm going to go down 5 times with 2 blacks, okay? 1, 2. And now I'm going to go down, hold on, 4 times with 2 purples, okay, with the jelly purples. So jelly purple, jelly purple, jelly purple, jelly purple. Okay, now let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 blacks at a time, going down this side. And same thing on the other side. Now we're going to double loop black. Okay, so double looping a single black. Like that. So let's do that on the other side. So double loop, double loop, double loop, and now we're going to double loop the jelly purple. Okay, so now I'm going to take a jelly purple onto my hook, wrap it around, creating 5 loops. I'm going to take 3 jelly purple onto it and pull that on to there, like that. Reclaim the loops, and I'm going to wrap them right around this tip here, like that. Okay, now let's do the horizontals. So take 2 black. Let's see. You know what, let's replace these 2 black with 2 purples, okay, just in case. The 5th set in the middle, just in case. Alright, anyway, 2 blacks across there, 2 blacks across here, 2 black here, 2 black here. Now we are double looping the black here. And, oops. And here, and here. And now we're going to do the nostril. Okay. So I am going to take pink and I'm going to wrap it around, creating 5 loops. I'm going to do that again with another pink. I'm going to take a jelly purple and double loop it, put it on my hook and pull the nostrils onto it. And wrap the loops around these pegs here. Spread the nostrils and grab 2 of the 4 bands in between them and wrap over that peg like that. Okay, now I'm going to make the ears. So I'm taking a black band, wrapping it around, creating 5 loops, double looping a black band, pulling that on and reclaiming. Taking 2 black bands, pulling on, reclaiming, and then taking another double looped black, pull on and reclaim. And this I'm going to put right here. I'm going to do that again, the other side. Alright, so now it looks like this. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to dig down here and I'm going to grab the top 2 bands, loop them over, and the next 2 bands, loop them over. Okay. I'm going to loop up the side 4 times. 1, don't let these bands break. If they do, you have to fix it. 3, 4. Okay, same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now you're going to take the other piece that you did. You're going to hold it upside down so the eyes are actually, looks like they're facing up, but they're not. So this is the top with the white horns. This is the bottom. You're going to hold it like this and go through the cap band here. And while your hook's through the cap band, you're going to dig down here and loom up these 2 bands, and as you loom, you're going to pull the cap band onto it, like that. Okay, so now it looks like this. So now what you're going to do is you're going to flip the head this way, and you're going to open up the first set of loops after that cap band and wrap around this peg. Then you're going to open up the next set, wrap it around the next peg. And the next set here, and the next set here. Okay? So we looped around pretty much that whole strip. So now you're going to go in here, you're going to loop up here, here, and here. Oops. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this head and I'm going to pull it forward like this and loop up the center up to here and stop. Okay, so it looks like this. Head's kind of hanging on there. Alright, so we're going to count back 4 sets from the side here. Okay, so here's a set 1, 2, the eye set is the 3rd, and the set before the eye is the 4th, okay? I'm going to go through the bottom loops of that purple set, see? Okay, this is going through the whole set, but you just want to go through the bottom 2 loops of that set in front of the eye and wrap it around this peg and loop up. Okay, make sure you wrap it right side up. Okay, same thing on the other side. Just wrap these around here, loop up. Okay, now we're going to go through the bottom corner of the eye set, so these here. Okay, so from behind the eye, it's the same set that the eyes are on, but from behind, it's these loops here. Okay, wrap around and loop up. Okay, and we can actually lift up a little bit from the bottom, not all the way, just a little bit. To keep this from breaking. Okay. Alright, now we're going to go through set of black here, the bottom loops of that set, and loop up. Okay, same thing on the other side. Bottom set of loops of the black, wrap around, loop up. Alright, now we're going to attach the 3 loose ends of this forehead part to these 3 pegs. So let's start with the side here. So go through the loops of the black bands, through the loops, make sure you get through them. Wrap around and loop up the final set. Let's do the opposite side. Okay, and this set. We're going to wrap around, and we want to make another little white spike. Okay, so the same kind that we did before with these. Okay, and as we loop up, we're going to pull it on. Alright, I'm going to tie off these ends with a different color than that mango color. I'm going to use pink now. And then you can carefully lift up the rest of him. Alright, so now he looks like this. Rawr. Cool, okay, so you can kind of push up the nose so it's facing the right way. Now we're going to do the bottom jaw, but first let's take off the mango tying bands. Alright, so now we're going to do the bottom jaw. He's so cute. A cute dragon. Okay. Oh, he looks cool. Okay, let's do the bottom jaw. So, I'm going to take 2 gray bands. This is the stomach color, whatever you want the stomach underside color to be. 2 gray bands. 2 gray bands there. And then I'm going to take 2 black, 2 black, double looped black 4 times. So double looped black, double looped black, double looped black, double looped black. Alright, now I'm going to take 2 black here, 2 black here, 2 here, 2 here. And now we're going to double loop the black all the way. Double loop across, okay. Okay, so those were all double looped. I'm just going to kind of get all the twistiness out of these bands with my hook, so just going along them, because you don't want the bands to be all twisted up, because that just looks bad. Looks like you rush if you do that. Okay, take a black band, wrap it around here, creating 4 loops, and now we're going to take black bands and we're going to double loop them all, our horizontals. Like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to dig down here, and I'm going to loop over the first set here, and over this set. And I'm going to go up the center almost all the way to the top. I'm going to go up to here, okay? Now we want to make the tongue. Okay. So, as for the tongue, I'm going to be doing a gray tongue. I believe he actually has a black tongue, but I think it would look weird having a black tongue with a black head, so it's up to you. Anyway, you want to double loop whatever your tongue color is. Like that. Actually, let's just do two. So 1, 2, 1, 2, all double looped. Now we're going to take our hook, we're going to wrap one around, creating 5 loops. Double loop one, pull on and reclaim, and this is going to go around this tip. And let's do one for the other tip, because he does have a forked tongue, I believe. So we're going to do a forked tongue on him. Right, so just like that and that. And I'm going to loop up these. And same thing here. And now I'm going to take my hook and I'm going to go through here and pull off. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take two, right? 2 or 3. Let's see what I do. Hold on. 2. Yes, 2 gray. Okay, you're going to pull in order those onto it. Okay, 2 gray. And 2 gray again. And 2 gray again. Like that. Alright. Yeah. And this we're going to wrap around right here. Once we've wrapped that, we're going to loop up. Okay. Okay. We're going to attach some teeth as we go up the side, so I'm going to take a white band, wrap it, creating 5 loops on my hook. And as I loop up this black band, I'm going to pull that tooth on and reclaim. Okay, let's do that again. And again. Okay, now let's do it on the other side. Okay, so now once we've done that, I'm going to loop up once more on each side. And now I'm going to attach the top of the head. So hold the top of your head like this, and now I want to count 4 sets back from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4th set is the one right under the eye. We're going to go through all 4 loops of the set. Actually, let's go from the top. Okay, go through all 4 loops of that set. The 4th set. Okay, make sure it's the 4th set. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we're going to loop up, and as we loop up, we're going to pull it through like that. Okay, let's do the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing, the set right below the eye. Go through from the top, and as we loop up these bands, we're going to bring them right through those loops. Okay, like that. See how it's resting on now? And now I'm going to lift this up a little bit to kind of release some of the tension. You want to be very careful as you lift this off. Do not want anything to break. Just a little bit. You don't want to go all the way, obviously. Okay. Now we're going to move to the next set and just do the bottom corners like we were doing before. Wrap around, loop up. Okay, let's do the other side. So the next set in line, 2, 3, just grab the bottom corners. Okay, I'm going to lift up a tiny bit more, just one set. The corners of the next set, loop up. So it's the second to last set now, okay? The last set is tied off, the second to last set, go around the corners, wrap around, loop up. Okay, and then I'm going to tie off with a color different from this color. So I'm going to use the mango again here. Make sure you tie off all 3 ends. Alright, so there you have your head. You can push the eyes in a little bit if they're sticking out. They look better when they're not sticking out as much. Looks more realistic. Okay. Yay! The tongue you want to push in through the back so it comes out into the mouth. Okay, cool. So there you go. I might actually shorten my tongue, but overall I think well, I will see. It looks fine. Alright, so there is the head. Okay. Starflight's head is done. Looks really cool and cute. Alright, so now I like the eyebrows better. My trial head I didn't do eyebrows, and I think the eyebrows look really cool. Alright, awesome. So now we're going to work on his legs. Okay, now just so you know, I already have made a front leg and a back leg, and I'm only going to be making one with you, so you're going to have to go back and make a second one of each, but you'll want to remember to make them opposite, or symmetrical to what I'm doing, because otherwise you'll have 2 left feet for the front and back, okay? So if you don't know how to do that, once you've made one leg of each with me, you're going to go back and you're going to hold the screen in front of a mirror and look at the way it looks in the mirror. And follow it that way, okay? That's only if you don't understand symmetry. Okay, so anyway, we're going to start with the front leg. So I have the edges of mine with the jelly purple, okay? So I'm going to take 2... Oh, first we want to change our loom to the rectangular. Okay. You're going to take 2 purples at a time, like that. Now I'm going to move to the black. Alright, now I am double looping the black. Okay, and I'm going to cap off here. down, loop over the purple. This is the muscle piece, just so you know. Or one of the muscle pieces. Har, 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 har. Alright, tie off your 3 ends with any color. Okay, so there is a muscle piece. Alright, purple, purple, black, 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 black. Alright, now I'm going to do gray for here, because my belly's gray, like the underside is gray, so I'm going to do the underside of the legs gray also. So that's up to you if you want to do that as well. I would use your stomach color, whatever your stomach color is for this part. Okay, and then we want black here, and then I'm going to take 3 black here. Alright, again I'm going to double loop black all the way across. Yeah, okay, anyway. Alright, now we gotta make the front leg. Okay. So, I'm going to do my claw color. I'm going to use white. Okay. I'm going to wrap it, creating 5 loops on your hook. Then you're going to double loop one. Pull it on. Okay. Now we're going to do black. Double loop. Pull on. Another black. Okay, so that's 1 toe. Now we're going to make another one. That's the same thing, but 1 length longer. So add a double looped black. Once, twice, 3 times. Okay, push that down. I'm going to do another one that's exactly the same as the one we just did. Okay, and we're going to make another one that's just like the first one we did. So 1 length shorter. Okay. So like that. So we have 4 toes. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to double loop a black. I'm going to pull all 4 toes onto the double looped black. Push that down on my hook and grab 3 bands. Wrap them around 3 times. So creating 3 loops. Reclaim the double looped band. Okay. And now I'm going to take 3 black bands. Pull them all onto the 3. And reclaim like that. Okay. And now I'm going to make the thumb. Okay, so I'm taking white, double loop of white, and clean. Okay, double loop of black. Double loop of black again. Like that. And now I'm going to take 3 bands and pull that on there, like that. Okay, so we have our foot. Yeah, okay. So now I'm going to attach this foot to here, so the thumb is facing down. Whether you're doing it symmetrically right now or not, you want to attach it so the thumb is facing down. And once you've done that, you're going to loop up the first set like that. Okay, now you're going to take your muscle, you're going to go through the black cap band, and you're going to wrap that around here. Okay, once you've done that, then you're going to loop over this black and up this gray. Okay, then you can kind of lift that. You want to go through the bottom corner loops of the purple here, wrap around. Once you've done that, loop the diagonal and then loop this guy up to here. Okay. You want to go through the corner loops of the next set on this side, wrap around here, loop up, next set, wrap around, loop up. Did I do that right? Loop around the corner. Yeah, sorry. Okay. I got confused for a second. Yes, that's right. Okay, corner set here. Loop up. Next corner set. Okay, from now here we can lift up a little bit so that we don't overstretch the bands. Okay. Next corner set here. Next corner set around here and loop up. So now you should be looped up to here, here, and here, and we're going to attach our 3 loose ends there. Okay, let's attach this loose end. Twice. Okay, I'm going to wrap with the mango color. And then pull off the pink bands. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to tie the toes together a little bit, if you want to. I'm going to do it with mine. Okay. So the 4 toes, not the thumb, we're going to tie together by going through the second double looped band on each toe and taking a black band, pulling it through all 4 toes and wrapping the ends around the end toes. Just like we did with the poodle feet, guys. And with Glory's feet. Or Clay's feet. Whoever's feet. Okay? So now it looks like that. Okay. Now if my foot is awkwardly bent backwards, so what you can actually do is stick your hook through and tug in the correct direction. That should usually help. Okay? Alright, so now we want to do the top part of the front leg. Okay? So put that aside. And we're going to do the top part. The muscle is the same as the muscle we did for the bottom part. Cap off. Okay, double loop. Okay, let's loop this part. Make sure these loops stay around the peg until we loop that part. Okay. Up. Okay. Tie off your ends. Okay, so we have another muscle piece. Alright, so now black, 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 black. Gray. Alright, and I'm going to go down one extra here. Okay. Now again, we're going to double loop our horizontals across. Okay. Now you're going to take the front part that we made. Make sure that you're holding it so the muscle piece is up and the thumb is down. You don't want to attach it upside down, okay? So it's like this. We're going to go through the purple loops, and I'm going to pull off the tying band. And we're going to wrap those around this peg here. Once I've wrapped them, I'm going to lift up the top 2 loops only, double loop a black band, and place it across pegs like that. I'm going to replace the loop. Then I'm going to loop the gray loops around this peg here. And loop up one time, okay? So, you know, we're looped up to here and here. Take the muscle piece, go through the black cap band and wrap that around this peg here. Then loop up, okay? Lift it, and we're going to go through the bottom corner loops of the purple, and wrap that around here. Then we're going to loop these diagonally. And then we want to loop up this center column up to here. Okay. Let's go through the next corner purple set here and loop up. Next set here, loop up. So you should kind of get the gist here. Okay. Yay, and we should be able to take this off now. Carefully. Alright. Take off all the tying bands except for the mango ones now. Alright. Yay. Hee hee, so I have both my front legs done. No. Okay, now let's do the back legs. Okay. Okay, back legs are a little bit shorter than the front legs. Take the purple. Purple. Erg, black, 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 purple. Okay, we'll double loop the black across again. And we'll cap off here. Okay, little muscle. Okay. Now take the purple. Oops. There. Okay, and now we want to do gray, right, for the underside. Okay, oh, you know, I made this too long. Purple, purple, black, black. Okay, this needs to be one length shorter. Sorry guys, I was looking at the front leg diagram instead of the back leg. So this goes like this, and this, sorry, so it should look like this, okay? And then we want to take 3 bands to there. Okay, double loop your black. Okay, now we're going to make a back leg. And the toes are a little bit longer on the back leg. Okay, so I'm going to take my white claw color, wrap it around creating 5 loops, double loop, pull on, reclaim, double loop black, okay, we're going to do that 2 more times, so 2, and 3, and then we're going to do it 4 times. Okay, make another toe the length of 4. Okay. Okay, and now another toe with a length of 3, like the first one. Okay, now we are going to, I think that is a double loop of black, pull them all on, push down, and take 3 bands, wrap them around 3 times, reclaim. Okay, now we're going to take another double loop, pull them all onto there, reclaim. Okay, take 3 bands, okay, now we're going to make a toe, so take white. You could stick a pencil through these loops if you don't want to hold them with your finger. Claw. Okay, and then I'm going to attach 2 double looped blacks on, so it's just like a shorter toe. Alright, and reclaim the loops and then bring, whoops, these loops back on. Okay, so that toe is in between the 6 loops, okay? 3 on each side. Okay. And now I'm going to take 3 and 3. So 3 black bands. Pull the 3 loops on, then the toe, then the other 3 loops. And then take 3 more black bands. 3. Pull those on. Okay, so now we want to attach this foot to here so the little toe in the back is facing down. Okay, or is facing that way rather, so it looks like that. Alright, I'm going to loop up one time. This is where I'm going to attach the muscle. So go through the cap band, wrap that around here. Loop up, okay. Lift, grab the corners. Okay, so we're just doing the same thing that we were doing with the front leg. Okay, we're just attaching all the edges. We're going to loop up the center here to there. Okay. Attach and loop up. Same thing here, attach, up. Something here. Attach, loop up. Take whatever color bands, wrap around. Okay, I'm going to take off the pink tying bands. Okay. And I'm going to tie these toes together like I did on the front leg. So I'm again going through the second set of loops on each toe. I'm going to pull a black band through and loop it around the end toes. Okay. Alright, now let's do the top of the back leg. Oh, he's going to be so cute. Okay, so the muscle is just 2 purple, 2 purple, 2 purple, 2 black, 2 black, 2 black, like that. Double loop, black across, and cap off the bottom. Okay, tie off this. Alright, now we're going to do the final part of the back leg. So, purple there, purple there. Black. Okay, and now we want gray. that. Alright, let's double loop our black. Okay, take your back leg, and we're going to wrap the two ends around these two pegs, okay? So let's do the gray end first. I'm going to pull off the tying band and wrap it around. Lift up the top two loops, double loop of black across, and then replace the two loops back on. Go through the other set to wrap right around this peg here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take that little muscle piece, go through the black cap band and wrap around here. Loop up here and up here. I'm going to loop up the middle up to just here. Okay, lift that piece up. The purple should be on this side. Okay, make sure it's on the right side. Loop around. Up. Okay, now we're going to also do this side here, so set of loops here, wrapped around there. Up. Oops, looks like I didn't wrap the right loops. Oh no. Oh no, you better not know. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, anyway, I'm going to do that again. I'm going to mess that up. Alright. Want to grab the gray. Why is that not wrapped right? Arrgh. Okay, I have to fix this. For some reason, this is not attached the right way. Just ignore me right now. Okay. Me, the perfectionist rainbow loomer, must be perfect. Okay, anyway, you are wrapping the back loops of that set around, and you are digging down and finding those two gray bands and looping up. Yay, okay. Next set wrapped around. Why are you being so difficult today? Starflight doesn't want to be made. Okay. Then you want to wrap around the set here, and you're going to loop up twice. Okay, same thing here. Wrap around. Loop up twice, same thing here. Loop around, loop up twice. Alright, and then you just want to tie these ends with whatever color. Mango, I guess. And then you can lift off. Take off the pink tying bands. And this mango one here at the elbow area. Okay, yay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my hook through the knee area and just tug it back a little bit. So it looks like the leg's bent, okay? So make all 4 of your legs. So by the time you go to part 2, you should have your head and your back legs, and your front legs. Okay, and then we will move on to the wings. Okay, I will see you over at part 2.